When it comes to scoring student writing, the AI score system is designed to look at a composition the way a human writing expert does, focusing on substance over simple proofreading. The system uses an 18-point scoring scale. We break this down evenly across three core pillars: content, organization, and style, with a maximum of 6 points available for each domain. To keep the classroom focus entirely on growth and learning, students never actually see these numerical scores. Instead, the numbers do the heavy lifting behind the scenes, flowing directly to the teacher's dashboard to provide an instant look at exactly where their students are. One of the most intentional design choices we made concerns conventions and mechanics. In many traditional rubrics, spelling, grammar, and punctuation are factored directly into the overall score, which can inadvertently penalize writers. Run-ons and spelling mistakes can obscure the quality of their ideas. This is especially true for those with learning disabilities and other struggling writers. AI score purposely separates mechanics from writing quality. We do not score grammar, and it does not impact the 18-point total at all. This ensures that students' scores reflect their actual thinking, structure, and writing skills. When designing the AI score rubric, we synthesized several existing rubrics, including the 6+1 traits rubric. Let's look at how our three constructs, content, organization, and style, crosswalk to the 6+1 traits framework. Our rubric condenses and streamlines the traditional categories of the 6+1 traits framework. We bridge the pedagogical concepts teachers already trust with the clean, structured data needed to drive instruction. By unifying overlapping domains, like merging word choice and sentence fluency into style, we create a much more efficient and intuitive grading experience. It provides a high-precision framework that translates directly into clear, actionable classroom insights. The first pillar is content, which aligns closely with the foundational concepts of the classic ideas trait. This category assesses the clarity of the central topic and the relevance, accuracy, and depth of the supporting details. While traditional models apply broadly to creative narrative writing, AI score's content criteria are tailored specifically to evaluate informative writing. For example, a student who scored a 2 on the AI score rubric, which corresponds to the emerging tier of the 6+1 traits framework, understands the general topic they are supposed to write about, but they struggle to narrow it down to a clear, singular thesis, leaving their supporting details scattered or unrelated. In contrast, a student who scored a 5, or in the experienced tier, moves past simply answering the prompt to curating evidence intentionally, showing a clear hierarchy of importance between primary evidence and secondary background information. The second pillar is organization, which shares the same core goals as the traditional organization trait. Both focus on essential structural milestones like an engaging introduction, logical sequencing, focused paragraphs, and a clear conclusion. The main difference is one of precision. AI score operationalizes these milestones strictly so the system can identify specific structural patterns and provide highly predictable, genre-specific feedback. As an example, a student who scores a 3, which is the developing tier of the 6+1 traits framework, understands the concept of an introduction, body, and conclusion, but they use them as rigid formulaic containers, often relying on repetitive transitions. Like, in this essay I will tell you about. Moving up to a score of 5 or the experienced tier, the writer achieves cohesive flow. Their structural choices actively enhance the reader's understanding, and their transitions move past mechanical lists to forge genuine, conceptual connections between paragraphs. The third pillar is style, which synthesizes two separate traditional traits: word choice and sentence fluency. AI score merges them into a single cohesive score. This category evaluates sentence variety and rhythm alongside the precision and academic appropriateness of the vocabulary used in the composition. Combining these elements gives the system a holistic look at the overall tone and cadence of the piece, without fracturing the assessment into overlapping categories. For instance, a student who scores a 2 or emerging tier can write complete sentences but rely entirely on a single repetitive pattern, such as short subject-verb-object structures like, for example, the wolf is big, the wolf eats deer. In contrast, a student who scores a 4, or the capable tier of the 6+1 traits framework, crosses the proficiency gateway. They achieve clear readability by successfully structuring a variety of sentence types that flow smoothly when read aloud, paired with functional, accurate vocabulary that achieves its communicative purpose. By condensing trusted traditional concepts into these three clear, standardized pillars, the scoring process becomes completely transparent. On the teacher dashboard, teachers can view the students' scores for each construct instantly, which moves the conversation past basic proofreading and makes it simple for teachers to see the big picture, access real-time data, and use these data to drive their instruction.